So you're saying I shouldn't mention the N-word? Okay. Morning, Lee. I thought I'd send you a video note because this is my my new thing. My new thing is that unless we're sending a text to each other, you know, just a very perfunctory, I'm here, or one of those kinds of texts, right? That I've decided I'm going to stop texting and voice noting people. I think that text and even voice notes can be misinterpreted and can cause unnecessary hurt, and that's why I am going to stop doing them. I'm just going to send video, because if people want to watch the video, hopefully they can see, or they can be reminded that I am, like them, just this mortal, vulnerable, aging, dying creature. And they might feel a little bit more compassion for some of the idiotic words that come out of my mouth, and vice versa, of course, if, you know, like, I mean, if you were to do that in return. But I guess it's also because less so with voice notes, but certainly with text, I find people who text me, I don't really get a sense of them at all. I don't know what they're about. I don't know who they're about, and I don't trust text. I don't trust text messages. And why should I? There is so little information encoded into them. There's not the tone of someone's voice. There's not their facial expressions. There's not all of those micro gestures. Text, and now in the LLM age, right, in the large language model age of AI, etc., as we know, text can be written by machines. The only way to actually ascertain that a human being is speaking to you, I guess, is to see their ugly mug on screen, although even that, of course, can be and will soon be easily fabricatable by the machines. So what did I want to say now that I have you? Well, what I first of all wanted to say was that, what did you have for breakfast this morning? So I have made what I consider to be, I know it doesn't look very special, but I consider it to be this is like the perfect piece of toast. Because, you know, you've got, I don't know, it's a sort of a seeded sourdough. It's not a great sourdough. I bought it from the local supermarket, but it's perfectly good. But what's on top of the sourdough is, I would argue, the best peanut butter in the world. And the best peanut butter in the world is Manilife. Manilife peanut butter, deep roast, smooth or crunchy, both very good. And what can I say? This peanut butter is the most peanut buttery of butters that I have ever tasted. The very essence of peanut butter is in this baby. And that's why, you know, that's why it's just such a joy to have on a piece of toast. And particularly when paired with something like this, which is a honey from Zambia, your neck of the woods. What can I say? Together. Magnifique. And this is why maybe some people prefer text, because they don't have to watch other people eating, you know, and talking. It's more efficient, isn't it, text? You don't have to experience the humanity of the other person. It's just the message. Just get to the point. Get to the message. Give me the fucking message. Give me the message. Which is cool. I like getting messages too, but Nowadays, if GPT can send me a message, why would I read some text from you or from anyone when it is such a surface mode of communication? So, you've been quiet in the last week, and I guess that means that I annoyed you with my voice note. I mean, I wonder if I'd sent this as a video, if I'd sent what I sent you, the message, as a video note, I wonder if that would have landed more gently, and if you would have felt less hurt. I don't know. Let's see. I mean, I'm going to really try not to send any more voice notes. So let's see if me sending a video note, and also a video note that may even be seen by others, right? Like if I put this video note as a public message on Idiotville, the video note is also seen by others, and therefore when someone is sending the note, not only, right, because to send a video note as opposed to a voice note or a text, but particularly a text, you really have to become aware of yourself also as a speaking, living, breathing, eating, farting creature. And so it's a way for the sender to become more mindful, more present, more integrated, if you like, head, heart, gut, and maybe also for the receiver to therefore receive them in that manner. It's an experiment. Let's see. What I wanted to talk about, though, I guess, was this idea of the N-word, of narcissism, right? Because, so broadly speaking, I would say that we fall, as humans, as modern humans, fall into two categories. And this is what I notice from my interactions with these humans, and also with, just reading the sorts of things that humans put out there online, or videos that they put on YouTube. And it seems that we fall into two categories. On the one hand, you have, let's say, people like me. And people like me believe that we are all inherently and fundamentally narcissistic. And this would be argued from a sort of first-person experiential basis, in the sense that if I notice where my focus of attention is for 99% of the day, well, maybe not 99% of the day, let's say 95% of the day, it's on me. It's what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling, what I'm experiencing, and how I think about it, how I feel about it, how I experience it. And if it is on other people, other than, I think, in therapy, where in a way someone is paying me to deliberately and mindfully kind of shelve that element of myself for 60 minutes. And even then, quite hard, right? Someone's talking to you and you're like, oh, yeah, I've had that experience too, right? You can't help it. We can't help it. We can't help always returning to ourselves. And I think when we are thinking about others, we're thinking about them in relation to ourselves. So, for example, at the moment, because you're not in contact with me, I suspect you're thinking about me in relation to you, right? As, this is a person who said something that I don't like, and therefore this person is now unlikable because he said something I don't like, and so I'm not going to communicate with someone I find unlikable, because I only communicate with people I like. I mean, it makes sense, right? So there are these two categories. The one category are people like me who believe that we're all narcissistic. And not only do I believe that we're all narcissistic, I all believe that we are actually how to put it? Unpleasantly narcissistic? No, no, because we can be very pleasant in our narcissism. That we are, let's say, toxically narcissistic. Because I mean, again, look around at society, at our human relations by and large, at our relations with the planet, with other creatures. We're doing a really, really bad job. A really bad job. As the so-called enlightened human species here, we're just fail through and through, and I think that's because we just can't help it. We're all just looking after number one, and unfortunately, although we bond together in sort of various social patterns to make things happen more smoothly and efficiently and productively, and you know, and to create delicious, you know, I don't know, things to put into our mouths, etc. I think fundamentally we're all looking after number one. We're programmed in a way to do that. It's not our fault. So we're all narcissists, and that narcissism comes out in ways that are digestible and also indigestible for others. So that would be group one. Group two, and therefore also, and that group one in which I hope to remain, I feel that at least that group has, I don't know, has some greater access, let's call it, to I don't know, I don't want to use words like true or real or, but I have to. I mean, has some greater access to what is actually happening when we exist in this form and we communicate in this form and we relate in this form. What is actually going on, as opposed to what our ideals and fantasies about ourselves tell us is going on. So that's group number one. Group number two, let's say these are the people who use the N-word, usually never for themselves. They'll never say, I'm really narcissistic. Oh yeah. My request that you use my name more often. Yeah, that's pretty narcissistic, isn't it? That's pretty narcissistic. People in that group, they would struggle with that, right? Because they would sort of say, yeah, okay, broadly speaking, sure. I use the word I 500 times a day. All of my thoughts are about me. All of my problems are essentially about me. All of, you know, it's all just me. But I'm not a narcissist. You're a narcissist, and I'll tell you why you're a narcissist. You're a narcissist because all the things that I do, I see in you, and I don't like them. And I want to like myself, so you're the narcissist because you do all the things that I see in myself, but I don't like. So you're the bad guy, and I'm the good guy. And that's fair enough, but I guess that doesn't really. What can the bad guy do then? If the good guy sees the bad guy as bad because he's a narcissist, and the bad guy just sees everyone as bad because we're all narcissists, but all kind of loves everyone and hates everyone equally because we're all in the same boat. I don't know. I mean, I guess the only outcome of that is that all the bad guys end up hanging out together because we're like, yeah, we're all narcissists. And, you know, isn't it amazing that we can even vaguely show a little bit of care and love and attention and to each other when we're all so deeply stuck and trapped in our narcissistic ideations. Whereas the good guys, I guess, they also hang out with other good guys, and they go on YouTube and they watch videos about the bad guys, because, again, this is my hypothesis, that they fundamentally can't accept that there are no good guys and are no bad guys. It's just that we're all bad. Not bad in a moral sense, but bad in the sense that we're not a force for good in the universe, let's put it that way. And we're clearly not. But it's fine, because we're all narcissists, and we're all on the same boat together, trying not to kill each other.